Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Troop. Troop is your path to referral business. I love networking. I've been a networker for many, many years. And for the past 6.5 years, I've done nothing but networking for new business opportunities. I've learned a ton of things. I've made a lot of mistakes. And that's what Troop is about, is to help you learn what I've learned so that you don't need to make those mistakes and you can accelerate your growth. Obviously, the world has moved into a much more virtual environment. This is not news to anyone. You're definitely in a virtual environment right now watching me talk. So you know as well as I do that that's the case. But networking has made a big shift, whereas networking pre-COVID was very focused on face-to-face personal interaction. Now there's a lot of people who are not sure if face-to-face really needs to be the thing anymore. You know, I think it's awesome. I've been into the city a whole bunch of times, cocktail events, face-to-face networking events. It's good to interact with people face-to-face. But a lot of you are in rural communities. Maybe you're in small cities. You don't have the same networking opportunities that someone in Chicago or Austin, LA, Miami, or New York City might have, and you need to look for virtual opportunities to network, and I encourage you to do it. You can have partners across the country who refer you business that you can take on and do awesome work for. So that's what this is all about. And we're gonna start right at the top. The number one most important thing is you need to have at least one light. I went on Amazon last night. I was like, what's a light that anybody can get? It's between $30 and $40, which I recognize that's 30, 40 bucks out of your pocket. However, if you're gonna be a great networker and you're gonna be effective in building relationships through virtual networking, you cannot look like this. People want to see your face. They want to be able to see your reactions. They want to see that you're paying attention. So make sure you get yourself a small light, or even if you have a lamp or you can be in front of a window, make sure people can see your face clearly. It will make a difference. Even when they're trying to find you on LinkedIn, they're going to be able to recognize you. It's like these little things that you may not think about. That's a critical one. The other thing about virtual networking is that people's attention spans are about zero. Like you think 30-second reel's a long time. Wait until you're listening to somebody drone on about their law work for 5 minutes. Don't do this to yourself. You need to have incredibly crisp messaging. Listen very carefully to the things that I'm about to say. You need to say your name, your profession, or your skill set. You need to tell a quick use case story, a client story, or a prospect story, or somebody you worked with in the past. You got to tell people who is the best opportunity for you to receive referrals from. And then I do recommend having a call to action. Put your LinkedIn post in chat and tell people, hey, I put my LinkedIn link in chat. Please reach out. I'd love to connect with you. Even if the organizer says you have 3 or 4 minutes, no, you don't. Nobody's listening to you for 3 or 4 minutes unless you tell one hell of a story. And yeah, maybe you can develop that skill, but if you're watching this channel, you're probably a newer networker. It's okay to admit, I've got some room for growth. Let me keep it tight so people don't get bored with me. Now, number 3 kind of goes against what I just said. Don't spam chat with tons of information. I see this all the time. People drop literally paragraphs, their name, the name of their business, their website, their LinkedIn link, their email. It's crazy what I see people put in there. Look, it's fine, but when you have a room full of 30 people and everybody's putting their information in chat, it just clutters chat. It destroys the ability for people to ask questions. Usually there's relevant comments in there to the presenter, speaker, the organizer, people who are speaking. You will see other people do it. It's bad behavior. Don't follow their example. It's a bad example. Well-run virtual meetups or virtual networking events will have breakout rooms. If the organizer's really good, they're going to have an agenda for you, or they're going to have a question that you're meant to discuss with the other members of your breakout room. If the organizer doesn't assign a moderator for the room, I do recommend you take the opportunity to take the lead if you can. So the room opens, you click the button to join the room, you get in there, assess who's in the room with you, and just say, man, this topic's pretty interesting. I'm really looking forward to hearing from, and pick someone else. Don't be the first person to present. Open the room, get the topic flowing, and then ask somebody else to share. This is important because it does give you the opportunity to show yourself as the leader that I'm sure you are and want to be, but it also helps preserve the precious amount of time you have in that breakout room, right? So if you can get that conversation started quickly, everybody will appreciate staying on topic. And once you get through that, then yeah, you can have open conversation, you can talk about whatever you want. All right, number 5 is a little bit of an admin trick. Most groups, like where people meet up on a regular basis, will have a thank you section. It can be tough unless you have an amazing memory. I don't have a great memory, so it can be tough to remember all the the interactions that you've had. So when I put the next meeting of that group on my calendar, I have a second event right next to it. And that's where I put my notes. So if I have a one-to-one or a lunch or a cocktail, or I get an introduction or a referral from someone in that group, I put a quick note, referral from Tommy to a plumbing supply store, whatever it was. That way, when I'm in the event, I can acknowledge people. People love to be acknowledged publicly for their work and the things that they do to help other people. And it's important that you remember them, they'll appreciate you. And this will take the pressure off that thank you session, because there are times where I have known someone did something and I couldn't remember what it was, and I felt uncomfortable saying, oh, I want to thank Tommy for, I don't know what it was. Keep your notes and stay organized. That way, when you're at that portion of the meeting, you can just be super confident and people will see you as super confident. And that's really the whole game. I hope this helps you in your next virtual networking opportunity. Take some notes down, practice some of that really crisp messaging. Keep it entertaining, keep it quick. People will remember you for that. We do a lot of content on Instagram, so I'd check it out. You can go to Think Troop on Instagram. If you're finding value here, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. It really does help promote the channel. Drop me a like on this video. And as always, if you have any questions, I'm super happy to talk with people about this stuff. Drop me a comment below the video. We can have a conversation. Anything that'll help you out. That's what Troop's for. It's great to see you. Thanks for watching.